Welcome to Just Enough to Get Started in the field of bioinformatics. This fourth video on R is regarding installing packages to R in RStudio. Installing packages is a common procedure that everyone should probably learn at some point. It's very simple actually if you use RStudio, not too difficult if you use the command line either. So let's simply go to our virtual machine. And I have opened up Firefox and actually put in R crayon to the search bar, and from that came up comprehensive R network, and we see here we have crayon packages by name. If you touch on that, you'll find this page opens up, and this page has some 12,000 or so packages that you can use. If you search through this, if you go Control F, you might find that there's a package that fits your needs if you can use a general search term. I'm actually going to use Ggplot2 as a guide for installing this, and I suggest you use Ggplot2 as well to install and follow along. So if we press on Ggplot2 by going to G and then scrolling down looking for it, we find that we get this page basically. We get Ggplot, which is the grammar of graphics, and it produces nice tables, visualizations for graphs and graphics and all sorts of plots. So if you look and scroll down to this, you'll find the reference manual, which is very good to look at. Let's open that. If you simply tap on that, we can open that, and we find that we have a nice PDF that describes the package and what it does, but also it tells all the sub-packages or modules that are in this one package. So it's very possible to sort of look at and call borders. I want to read about borders. You can simply touch on that, and here it says, it talks about the borders and talks about that, and not only that, it talks about usage and commands. So there are a lot of examples and things that you can learn from by looking at it. Another place that I like to go sometimes is the RStudio Support Center. So if you go to support.rstudio.com, and I will put the links on the bottom of the video for these links, you find a quick list of useful R packages. This person works for RStudio and has put together a nice little page on recommendations for packages. So let's just follow along quickly. The first major portion here is simply the command that you use for installing the packages. Install package.packages, parentheses, the package name, and it will install. Then when you want to call the package and use it, you simply call it by using a library, calling the package name, and that's it. So there are different packages that they suggest for loading data with SQL databases, Excel, or other types of files that you can download. There are suggestions for manipulating data. Visualization, we're going to do the Ggplot2, but there are other types of things that do leaf plots and other interesting graphics. There's even suggestions for high performance code, working on the web with XML data, other types of packages as well. So I'll put these links on the bottom of the page. So now let's go to our menu bar and open up RStudio, and we are going to install Ggplot. Once you open up the window, you find on the bottom right hand side Files, Plots, and Packages. We're simply going to install, hover over the install, press it, and type in ggplot. And as you see, as it starts populating the line, it comes up with suggestions. So here is Ggplot2. We can simply press that and then install. As you see, this first command is install.packages.ggplot. I'm going to pause the video because this will take a little bit, but we'll come back in a moment. It finished very quickly, actually. I actually installed this before. That's why it installed very quickly. So it did a small update, and that was it. So if at the end of this, let me point out two things. At the end of this installation, you should find this done Ggplot2 and maybe this message. If it is not done, if you have some sort of error, the best thing to do is to copy and paste that into your Google browser and look for the error message that is similar to yours. Usually, 9 out of 10 times, it means that the package did not have a dependency installed as well. So you might have to install several other packages before finally getting to your package of interest. The one thing I'll also do is we'll go to the top menu and open up Caja, which is the file management system for Ubuntu. And you see in the home folder, we see R. This package was basically installed into the R directory. One thing I'm going to show you about the Caja is it's very nice. You can go between the buttons or the the slashes and home directory names. Another thing that you can do is you may have yours on places. What is very common in Windows and Mac is to look at the files on the left-hand side in a tree format. You can drill down and see the different files that way. So let's just find these files. So as we drill down, we see that it's installed these different packages, and here is Ggplot. Here we go. This is all the files that were in Ggplot. We can actually view it in different ways. We can look at the icons, we can look at the lists, or we can look at compact views, whichever is easiest on your eyes. That's a quick explanation of installing packages, and we'll continue on with the next video. Thanks.